Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of Fallout for you, Seb.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about mods now because we have been playing Fallout 4 for the last 3 days and we have some thoughts on the mods that this game needs as soon as possible.
Yes.
But we should say, so far, our experience of playing Fallout 4 has been
incredible.
Fantastic.
Yes.
We are loving this game. These are not broken things. They are just things that could be improved because that's what mods are all about.
Exactly. Obviously, mods, for the most part, are going to come later, but there are some mods that are going to come very, very soon.
Yes.
Mods that simply need to tweak game code.
So
Very similar in the style to Witcher.
Yeah, so a good friend Gopher, he made a great video actually, but talking about how he expects there to be day one mods, not using the Bethesda creation kit, but using just kind of hacking of the code, which we do see they're often not sophisticated mods, but I'm sure we will have some. But anyway, why are we here?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because we've got 11 mods that we have put together that we think this game needs as soon as possible. And the reason we're at the Red Rocket is because our first suggestion is a workshop overhaul.
Yeah, so the workshop system, let me give you an example. Like, say you want to build something. So, okay, I want to, I'll tell you what, actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I want to put stairs so I can get on top of the roof here.
Well, that's not going to work, is it?
Well, almost. I can kind of jump. Oh, no, it's not going to work at all.
So you could probably put something on the side.
Yeah, that was more just my crappy skills. But what this really needs, right, is to be able to do it from not this angle. Like, building from the ground like this doesn't make much sense. It's really tricky, even with a lot of practice.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What we need is like either a free camera mode or an isometric mode.
Jumping up.
Oh,
now it's convinced I want stairs back down again. Well, there you go. Yeah, we need a top-down, isometric view, or even just like you double tap Y in your free camera and you're like Minecrafting your way around this.
Big time.
And it's, there we go. So, again, this is still not working. I'm just going to scrap that because, why the hell not? So that would be one really good addition to this. Also, another thing, right? So what I was trying to do the other day is, this is a really cool place to make your first structure, by the way.
Yeah.
Which
you find very early on.
Yeah.
This is an early location in the one
So I was realizing, I can kind of board up these windows for security.
Well, I mean, it's weird there because if you, that one you just placed, for example.
It kind of clips through, but
it says it's fine.
Yeah, but then I try to do the same here.
Yeah.
Arguably, it looks better, and it's like, no,
you can't put it there.
Can't place it there. That's not allowed.
So, what does it need?
It needs force placement. There needs to be the ability to be like, ignore the red lines and just put stuff there. Yeah. Because it's all red. It's not as if everything slots together perfectly. There's a lot of wibbliness. So why not just let us have all the wibbliness we want? Yeah. I mean, you can rotate things and stuff, but you
can't resize them.
You can't resize things. That's another thing I like. I want to be able to resize the bits that I'm trying to place. I mean, I know that will mean you could put tiny stairs, build a miniature house.
You know what, maybe even if they let you resize things within a particular set of parameters. So, for example, your stairs there, instead of having two sets to make it up to the roof there, you could have either one large set or two slightly smaller sets that perfectly match the height of the the roof you're trying to get on.
I mean, it's a really good. I'm really glad that this exists. The ability to do all this stuff. It's really really cool.
And it's open up from almost the beginning of the game.
Yes,
it's something that you have immediate access to once the game sort of gets into it proper.
I don't have enough wood.
Okay.
It's quite all right.
You can just scrap some stuff.
I can just scrap some stuff. Trees. So, I mean, it is a really good addition to this, but I think for this to really fulfill its potential, we need those kind of three things. We need to be able to resize stuff. More importantly of all, we need a kind of free camera or a top-down view and force placement. That's what we would love to see in a mod for the workshop. So, workshop overhaul mod. Someone make that soon, please. Please. I said Fallout 4 is beautiful on PC. I mean,
really is.
I've not actually played it on anything else yet. I know you had a look at the Xbox version.
I've had to go on the Xbox version, which, by the way, it does look very good. I mean, PC is clearly better. I mean, frame rate for a start.
Yeah, we're pulling down 60 here.
So the frame rate is very noticeable, and also the texture quality. I think are probably the two main things that you notice.
How's the lighting on the Xbox?
Lighting's still very good.
Okay, good.
So... But because we are playing on PC, because we've already got it on Ultra, it does mean that there's room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. And so the next mod that we would like to see is an ENB that includes depth of field?
Yeah, so because right now, there's depth of field in this game when you get into a conversation, but if I look at this, you can see the crane in the background there is still perfectly in focus. So some sort of like dynamic depth of field that these ENBs that we had in Skyrim and everything always added, that would be really good. But also just like the color palette in this game is lovely and colorful. I'm really pleased that it is, but I would like different options. You know, like I would really love to see what kind of bit more desaturated ENB would do. You would go
even more desaturated than this.
Yeah, well, this is colorful for Fallout. Like, look at it. There's a lot of color here.
It's colorful now. I mean, at the beginning of the game, it's even more colorful, of course, because, before everything becomes completely wasted and irradiated. But, I would like to see an option to get more color back in, like make the wood colors richer and just see what that looked like. Or even the night sky, which was something that we were considering putting in the list. It's not. But the night sky is clean and tidy, but there's no color. There's nothing exciting about it, really, I think.
Yeah. But this is one that's definitely going to happen because if you look at the history of modding these games on the Nexus, it's always a thing that happens soon.
So I guess actually this one is directed at Boris Voronstov. So
yes.
Boris, I'm sure you're already working on this, but if you're not, please
get
work
going.
on this.
We need it.
Yes.
I mean, it already looks beautiful. We should really highlight that. I mean, at least I think so. I mean, if you just pan around here, the lighting is lovely. It's a serene, irradiated forest. Beautiful. But I want depth of field, and I want the option of different looks. Thank you.
Yep. And number 3 on our list of essential as soon as possible please mods is an immersive HUD, iHUD, or similar.
Yes.
So at the moment, Cam, you've turned the HUD off completely.
I have, because, mainly because we wanted to talk about the graphics in the previous suggestion, but also I really hate a very intrusive HUD, and I think this one has quite an intrusive HUD. So if I go to settings and display, and I come down to
just the
HUD opacity, all I've done is put it down. If I put it up to full, which is default, we can see like it does take up, especially when you crouch. I mean, it's just very green and in your face, and this is a very beautiful game, I think. So it kind of, for me, it ruins it. What we want is, like we've always had in Skyrim from very early on, and in New Vegas and Fallout 3, in fact, we want iHUD or something similar, which basically makes the HUD turn on when you need it. So if I walk up, like now, I'm not in any combat, I don't need to know what my health is. I mean, you could argue you need the compass, but it's good to be able to have that turned on at a hit of a button. And also, when you walk up to an object, have the highlighted thing appear. So
have the crosshair only appear for when you're using like a gun, for example, or all that kind of stuff. But it is worth noting that Bethesda has at least taken on board some hints, because your action points, which we are currently sat over in our picture-in-picture, are not visible until you start running.
Yes.
But then they'll stay visible until they're fully charged, and then they'll go invisible again. So, there are little bits, but also even simple things like the placement of your different HUD elements. For example, what you could do is you could have HP and action points and everything just tucked over to one side so that they're completely out the way. It's just simply options. Having options to change the amount of intrusiveness or usefulness
now, I know
of your HUD.
A lot of people don't care about this kind of stuff, but iHUD was incredibly popular on the Nexus, so a lot of people do also care.
I mean, it's an RPG, so like you want your immersion to be complete. And also to be to your taste. So having something like iHUD at the very beginning of your playthrough is really, really important over, say, a mod that adds new quest lines or something like that, I
mean, if you look, this is a beautiful vista, and right now it's ruined by the compass and our health, I would say. Not ruined, but tarnished, maybe.
Interfered with, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is literally our first Super Mutants we've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
This is the perfect time to talk about
number 4. So number 4 is an update to something like Dance of Death.
Oh, God.
Any mod that changes how the VATS system, and more specifically, how the executions look in Fallout. So I have always been quite vocal about not being a huge fan of the way VATS does executions. That, for example.
I just died. I didn't think there'd be Super Mutants there. Last time I went there was just like a robot.
That's fine. Okay, all right, we'll take another swing at that. So basically, as I was saying, it was the way that the executions happen is has not changed since Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas either. So essentially what happens is you kind of get a zoom in on you firing your gun or swinging your club or whatever it is.
Like this.
And then a really tacky looking ragdoll thing. Here we go. So zoom in, shoot, and then just fall to the floor. I don't know. For me, that does nothing for me at all. I feel like the drama of it is not particularly profound. So often the ragdoll is a mess, and I don't know. I just feel like they could have done something a bit more exciting with it by now.
I missed. No, I missed again.
Yeah,
hide.
Okay. So I would say something that also changes up the slow motion a bit, because when you go into VATS.
Oh,
well, okay. That one at least was quite good. But, look, it's wibbling out.
Yeah. I mean, Dance to Death was always good because it gave you options. And I think, I mean, I don't hate the standard stuff as much as you do. I don't find it really tacky. It's a bit wibbly, but I kind of find that endearing. But I'm with you in the fact that the ability to control how often you see them, that's what I want. Because I want every kill to have some sort of awesome animation. Or if that's annoying me, I want to be able to turn them off entirely because sometimes it disrupts your combat.
It's amazing how I loved the way they did it in Skyrim.
Yeah.
I thought the drama in that was really fun. And admittedly, the ragdolls in that could also break. But I always found it really satisfying, when someone would, take a head off and you're like, whoa! Whereas in this, if you bash someone's head off, it basically just turns to mulch. Which, when you do that the first time, you're like, oh, that's really dramatic. But,
oh, God.
When it's happened a bunch of times, it kind of just seems the same.
Wow,
yeah, he's really good. He's much better than you are.
Yeah, so we're not really powerful enough to beat at this point, as you can see. But
I think we are. I think you're just not very good.
Oh. All right, Seb, time for the first of our 3 dog mods. Hello, buddy.
He's just standing on pipes.
He is.
Because he loves us.
Commanding dogs in Fallout is quite good, I must say. First thing you need to do is hit command, and then you can move them around the map, tell them to go places, tell them to interact with items, all these different manner of things. Can I tell them to disarm lasers? No, I think I would. Inspect laser tripwire.
This is going to go
This is going to go really well. Come on, boy.
Cam, if you kill
He's
dog,
like, no, I will not.
Yeah,
right,
that's
fine.
probably for the best.
I will disarm tripwire.
Yeah.
There you go. But what I would love is, the reason you might have noticed is this is actually a much earlier save we booted up, and the reason being is because our more advanced save we have lost our dog.
Yeah, we don't know where he's gone. Although it does seem to suggest that we still have the dog when we get new companions. So that is a really strange way of not being able to call your dog when he's not in line of sight.
So what we need is what you have in Metal Gear Solid and in lots of other games is the ability to whistle for your dog. No matter where he is, you whistle and he comes running. That would be so useful. Yeah. This is not in the game. I'm not quite sure why. So that's the first thing. I mean, we can
always do it line of sight.
Yeah.
So whenever your dog, even if he's really far away, if he's in line of sight and you can sort of highlight him, then you can sort of shout and go, "Hey, boy!"
Hey,
and
get that metal bucket, for example. But as soon as you hit B and then you're no longer in dog command mode. Oh no, wait. Am I still? Yeah, I'm no longer in dog command mode. I need to go over to him again and hit command to then enter dog command mode again. So if you commanded to do something and then, cancel that and then get on with your shooting or whatever you're doing and then you realize you've lost your dog, you kind of need to go and find him.
So the second reason why that having a dog whistle would be super useful built in is because there are several points where you get into tight spaces like we are here where you don't want your dog to just naturally run off and get himself hurt.
Wow, great shooting me.
So instead, well done. So instead, there you go, you got one in. You go up to your dog and say, stay. Like, I want you to wait here because I can't have you running off, getting all reckless and getting yourself hurt.
Yeah.
I can't handle losing you, basically.
Yeah.
So you leave your dog in a place, but then you clear out the room, and then you have to go all the way back to get your dog.
Yeah.
Why can't you just go like, okay, room's clear.
And then he comes running.
He comes.
Yeah. So that is the first of our dog mods and probably the most important one. So Seb, the next dog mod we want is dog VATS. So right now, I have a dog. I can't command what he does in VATS. I would like to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because maybe I want to... Ow.
Sorry, you died.
He just Yeah, exactly. I blame the lack of dog VATS there, really.
Yeah.
Because the dog will automatically attack, and later on, there is a dog perk, and spoilers, if you don't want to know what the perk is, stop listening for a few minutes, but there is a perk later on which allows you to say to your dog, hey, grab that enemy, and it makes it easier for you to shoot them.
Yeah.
However, it would be much better if you could just hit a button while you're in VATS, and then you can say, all right, dog, attack his left arm to get rid of the gun. Like, that would be really, really cool addition to the game.
Very cool.
But it doesn't exist. But with mods, it could.
You know, in modding, I think you'd make that a perk because, you know, you've got to develop the bond with your dog.
Yes.
And then as you train him to be very effective, then you unlock something that says, okay, hold his left arm out the way or attack his ankle so he falls down.
So what I do here is I'd hit, I don't know, Y, for example, which doesn't seem to do anything here. And then you could be like, all right, dog, go for that left leg.
Yeah.
And rather than me having to shoot it in the left leg and missing, God, that wasn't even a bad chance of hitting, and we still managed to miss.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it there. He could go and nibble, and that would be a really cool way of utilizing dog in combat.
So now that we're back outside, there's one other dog mod that we would like to see.
Yes.
And this we realized when we first picked up something for ourselves, which was a bandana. Gunner's camo bandana.
Yeah, so we've given this to dog, and he doesn't wear it. Now I'll turn on my light, and you can see clearly no bandana.
Dogglesworth, come back here. Show us your lack of bandana.
Oh God, he won't stay still. Hey, if only there was a way to say stay.
Yeah.
Which there is. Stay.
Wait there.
There you go. Look at him. I mean, he is wonderful in so many ways, but I want to be able to give him items to wear, and that doesn't seem to be a thing that you can do. Now, we should say we haven't... Maybe there's dog items later in the game. I couldn't find any so far.
No.
It might be possible, but if not, there should definitely be ways to customize your dog. Give him stuff to wear.
Yeah.
Imagine him in an adorable little hat.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a few different hats. We've got helmets. Gas masks would be a little too far for sure, but like welder's goggles. Yeah. I mean, you could give him a little bandana around his neck, some welder's goggles on his eyes, and he'd be, you know, wasteland dog.
Exactly. I mean, if you're gonna keep him for the whole game, I mean, you really have to look after him. You should also be able to dress him.
I think so.
Yeah, he agrees.
Yeah. So here's an interesting idea that
Go on then, Seb.
I only realised when we were about 5 hours into the game, which is that for all of the customization you get on your character, all the different like goggles and hats and you know, bits of armor that you can put over basic clothing, very, very thorough, but it's missing one part, which is shoes.
That's very true.
You cannot change your shoes. Your shoes are part of whichever item is your lower half, basically, or part of your outfit as a whole. And so I think this game would be interesting if it included changeable footwear.
Yeah, so if we go into our apparel now, we can see that it highlights whatever item you're selecting. It highlights which parts of the body it covers. So you basically got like some things that will do the whole body, like the suit, for example. And then you've got stuff to put on your head and stuff you can put on your face as well. Some are face and head. But there is no options that are... Your feet are never highlighted.
No.
The shoes are dependent on what else you're wearing. So, for example, if we put on our lovely laundered blue dress and we go to third person, we can clearly see... complete with gas mask. We can clearly see
little
nice little slip-ons. No, I think they're just little slip-on. I forget what you would call these shoes. We don't have toggle-free camera yet, incidentally, but they look really cool. But we can't control them. I would like to be able to wear, you know, big old... Like if you're out in the wilderness, you're going to need a great pair of boots.
Oh yeah,
you know? Like that last a long time. I would like to put them on with any other item,
like a dress.
Yeah, why not?
You know, because you need a fancy laundered blue dress, but you maybe want to be wearing that dress with I don't know, flip-flops.
Yeah.
Or
just something sensible. You know, like when you're surviving the wasteland, you're going to wear your helmet so your head is safe, and you're going to wear your boots so you can walk around for miles and miles, but sometimes you said you want to look fantastic.
Well, yeah, you know, and sometimes you just want your clothes to breathe because it's a hot day.
I mean,
and, you know, a nice lightweight dress is preferable over heavy armor and leathers, you know, but the footwear needs to be strong because of the rough terrain. So
there you go.
You know, that's us just taking this game way too seriously.
That is mod number 8.
Oh, yes.
Shoes, please. Now, Seb, a piece of functionality in this game that I was sure we were going to see after Skyrim was the ability to dual wield weapons. And you cannot do this in Fallout 4.
And we've skimmed through all of the perks to make sure that it's not something that you just unlock later in the game. But no, there are no dual wielding options.
You can shoot legs off, though. I haven't done that yet, actually.
Leg is gone. Okay, you can just bop him to death. But only with one gun.
Yes.
Imagine being able to just dual wield, smash his skull in.
I feel like dual wielding is a mod that could be made. Oh, we can probably turn this guy on.
Yes,
anyway, let's not do that for now. So yeah, dual wielding, make that a thing. It makes a lot of sense. It was great in Skyrim being able to dual wield. You don't need two hands on this pistol. You can do it with one hand. I mean, fine, decrease accuracy, whatever. Give me two pistols, a laser pistol and a regular pistol. We looked through the perks. Yeah. Dual wielding wasn't there.
Or even like a pistol in one hand and a baton in the other. Yeah. Something like that.
I mean, it's quite... I think what they've done is... Because what I like is how you can both fire and hit with a melee weapon. Sorry, with a gun. So it's really good. So, you're firing away, bam, 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 bam. Someone comes up to you and you wallop them. That's cool, but it would be good to also have the option of dual wielding.
Yeah.
Moo indeed, cow, because it's time, or not cow, Brahmin really.
Yeah.
It's time for our penultimate mod, which is explosive creatures. Now, hello. Now, if you are a fan of Skyrim mods, our old show, which I'm assuming you are, then you know our penchant for things that explode.
Specifically, chickens that explode.
But there are no chickens in this game, or at least not that we have seen so far.
Yeah. There are actually only very few docile creatures left in Fallout in the Wastelands. So Brahmin being one, was it Rad, Stag, Doe?
Yeah, although they will also attack you sometimes.
Okay, well, so everyone's pretty violent.
You have to be careful.
I mean, obviously the humor was the fact that the chickens are just these, completely innocuous, totally innocent, totally non-violent NPC animals.
The hell?
Yeah, something's kicking off. So something like explosive Brahmin. Maybe you could even have like over-irradiated Brahmin or something like that.
Yeah, ones that kind of glow a bit green, and then if you get too close to them, they might detonate. Like, that'd be cool. The closest you can do, of course, now is set one on fire. But I would quite like an explosive Brahmin.
Yeah. And no one seems to mind that you did that.
Nah, she's alright.
Not even the owners of the farm.
Well, I crippled myself with fire.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It's too close, I suppose.
Just too warm.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
That wouldn't have happened if this had been an explosive.
No, that would already have detonated. There. Okay, well, bullets. Now that's unacceptable.
Explode, damn you!
Why is he walking towards the bullets? Nothing makes sense anymore.
Oh, I killed it.
What do you think you were going to do?
Explode it. And finally, Seb, arguably the most important mod of all.
Oh, yes.
In Fallout 4, we need Kevin VANNORD. This is more of a call to action than anything else. If you are watching this and you want to get into modding for Fallout 4, we want you to make Kevin VANNORD and put him in the game. And then we can come and find him.
But as a particular character,
well, there's options.
As sorts.
There's options. He could be just a follower you find, or you can recruit. But he could also potentially be, and this is the suggestion we had from someone in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
He could be the Mysterious Stranger.
Okay.
So if you're unfamiliar with the Mysterious Stranger, in Fallout, there's a perk you can get called the Mysterious Stranger. And the idea is, if you have that perk, if you're in a lot of trouble, sometimes he will just appear and help you out. Shoot from distance, kill a bunch of bad guys, and then just go. Never say anything.
Yeah.
That's a perfect character for Kevin VANNORD to be.
He doesn't speak, so that would work out very, very well.
So if you're in the middle of a firefight or a deathly struggle with a Brahmin, then he could appear and just end it for you.
I think that would be a very, very good fit. And if he was a follower, he could be one of the few followers in the whole of Fallout 4 who doesn't say a thing. Yeah. And imagine how easy that would be to create.
You don't need any voice
acting.
Someone
who doesn't speak.
Exactly. And there we have it. That is our 11 mods that we would like to see as soon as possible. We argue that Fallout 4 needs these mods as soon as possible.
Yes. I mean, number 11, probably the most importantly.
Yes.
But all the others, very, very importantly as well.
Let us know if you agree, what mods you'd like to see.
Yeah.
And, of course, keep watching Cam and Seb, because we're going to be doing loads and loads of Fallout stuff. We've already have 3 episodes. If you're watching this on the day it's going out, there's other 2 episodes, other 2 videos to watch.
Yes.
Okay, so go and see them.
Tons.
And as soon as the first mods appear, I mean, it could be in the first week, obviously not with the creation kit as we said.
It could be.
But people could be making minor adjustments. And if you're wondering what they are, you know, we will be scouring the Nexus every day, and we will definitely let you know as soon as there are mods available.
Awesome.
So enjoy Fallout 4, let us know what you think, and thanks for watching.